are back, and we are live. Hour number 3 here on Laying Down the Law. I am your host, Steve Foster, along with Rod Chico Tanner, the Lieutenant Governor for the South Texas District of the AAU. Co-host Jeff Blake, under the weather, but we're going to hear from him in our second segment as the Cincinnati Bengals go against the Indianapolis Colts, which starts Wild Card Weekend. We're going to also hear from Heather Lloyd as she's actually heading into Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. So we're going to get a live look in there and also get some thoughts about, I think, a pretty serious coach, Jim Harbaugh. I know a lot of the 49ers fans sad, but he's going back to the University of Michigan from our first-round draft pick from the University of Michigan, Mel Owens, and also he's an attorney. So
that's right.
Keeping it real here in 2015 on the Fives. But without further ado, we still have business to do.
That's
Dallas
right.
Cowboys fan. I got my shirt on, right? My championship shirt. So I'm dressed appropriately. Yes.
I'll be going home to get all my gear laid out and
figured out.
Oh no, I already got it figured out. It's actually all hung up and ready to go. It's like
like a locker room.
It's like a locker room, man.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk in. I walk in the closet. When I walk out, oh, it's game time, baby.
Yeah.
It's like a locker room.
Okay.
This is real. This ain't play. This is real.
Yeah. Okay, our man is fired up. Let's talk to a schoolmate, teammate, and longtime friend, our Cowboys Insider and Director of Pro Personnel, Judd Garrett. Yes, and that familiar last name, yet make no mistake, he is younger brother of head coach Jason Garrett, and we welcome him back, 2015 style, and we're going to get us a playoff win. Without further ado, Judd Garrett, welcome.
Hey. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, we're great. How are you, man? I mean, this is we're back to where we need to be. You, Super Bowl champion in your own right with the Dallas Cowboys in the team photo, 1993 style. I see you in 32 there standing in the team photo. What did that mean to you, being a Super Bowl champion for the Dallas Cowboys?
It was a great experience that year. I mean, just to be part of that. And then playing on that team with all those great players, and just being a part of a season similar to what we're going through this year. I mean, being part of a season that everything comes together, everybody starts playing together, playing for one another, and then the wins kind of pile up, and you end up in the playoffs, you end up in a good situation, and then you make a run at the end. It was a great experience to be part of. It's something I'll remember for my rest of my life. So it was great.
Is your ring locked away? I mean, I don't want to give anybody any hints to try to go see, but I don't see you wear it, and I see you fairly regular. Have you put it on and just gone out on the town every now and then, just let some folks look at that Super Bowl ring?
I have it in a safe deposit box. I wear it occasionally. I don't have enough money to replace it if I ever lose it. So I'm very cautious on when I use it.
Excellent. Fair enough.
Not like you can get like a bunch of duplicates or something. Well, you could do some costume jewelry or something.
we need it's got to be real, man.
I know.
Absolutely, and it's going to be real today, Judd Garrett. And these Detroit Lions came in, and I thought there was going to be a win. I was in the stadium and saw what you saw. A late comeback victory by the Detroit Lions. Today, I think and believe a different story. And I want your thoughts about, let's take the visitors. Matthew Stafford coming back to his hometown areas from Highland Park. He's got Golden Tate and Megatron, Calvin Johnson, along with Joe Bell. And Joe Bell's been running well, even though he doesn't have all the yards as DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, I mean, they're a very potent offense. Like you said, Stafford, he always seems to play very well against us. And then, I mean, you listed all their weapons, Megatron, Golden Tate. Now they got Pettigrew, Eric Ebron, the two tight ends. They're threats. You can't forget about Reggie Bush. I mean, they got a lot of offensive weapons that we got to contend with, and they can come at us in a lot of different personnel groups. So it's going to be a challenge. Now, the thing that hurts them on offense is, the starting right tackle's out, Cherilus, and then it looks like, Warford's going to be out as well, their starting right guard. So they're going to be a little bit weak on the right side of their offensive line. So we got to attack that area and try to disrupt them in their passing game and in their running game, and maybe slow them down a little bit.
We're talking with Judd Garrett, former Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys and current director of pro personnel, our Cowboys Insider. I think that this is a game where the Cowboys do get it done. They may grind it out against the Lions and be gritty. I know your brother almost as well as you do, but from the football sense, being in the huddle with Jason and knowing that this team is now really having his foot and handprints on it, he is wise in the football world, and in the game planning, I know, is to definitely, as you know, to keep a defense off balance. And if that's quick passes to receivers. You led the World League in receiving. I was very fortunate to be in the tops in receiving, catching passes from your brother like you did. And, get Randall and DeMarco Murray out on the edge with quick passes, open up that middle for Witten, and then let Dez be Dez.
Yeah, I think what you're going to see is that our game plan is probably not going to be much different than it has been in the past, this whole year. We're going to try to establish the run like we've done every week. And then if you can do that, if we can start hitting them with some runs, it opens up everything. Like you said, the short passing game will be open. The deep passing game will be open. Witten will have a nice day. So the number one thing is establish the run. Now, it's hard to do. These guys are good up front, and I think they're one of the tops in the league in stopping the run. So it's going to be a battle. We're one of the tops in the league in running the ball. They're one of the best defending it. So we're going to have to establish it, and once we do that, then it'll open up a lot of things in the passing game, and then it just comes down to execution. But, as Jason has mentioned throughout the whole season, he really made a big emphasis this week to the team, is it's really about the ball. If we can control the ball by running it and also protect the ball and not turning it over, we'll give ourselves a great chance to win the game.
Yeah, and I think what was mentioned earlier in the show is that Joe Flacco doesn't turn the ball over. And even though he doesn't have Ray Rice, Pierce and Forsett did an excellent job in controlling the clock, managing, and also retaining. The first cardinal sin for you and me being running backs, you can't lose the ball. I take a -7 as opposed to turning over the ball 20 yards down the field because that takes away your opportunities. I think here there's enough people in the offensive scheme for the Cowboys to control the clock, get that running game going. Just let Jason know, not up the middle. There's so many big guys in the middle. Off tackle, double down, kick out. Yeah. I love
get them on the edge.
Stutz, the fullback. That is just such a and you understand it too. We were at practice together. That fullback, Jerry Santillo, our guy, and a couple other guys. When you have that lead blocker that hits that opposite color jersey, I don't mind making this a running game where I have to make the next odd color jersey miss me.
Yeah, the one thing I know from being around this team for a while is that Bill Callahan, our offensive line coach, he's one of the best in the business, and he's in charge of putting the running game together. And he knows exactly what you were just talking about, where to attack these guys. We're probably going to attack them more on the edges than up the middle, but we're going to have some 2 and 3 hole plays in there as well. We'd like to get a couple double teams on Sue to let him know that we're there. If we're just always playing to the edges and let him, play that type of game, he can be very disruptive. So he has to understand that we're going to come at him with some double teams. He's going to have to hunker down and handle that, and then we're going to attack the edges. If we just kind of go one way or the other, he'll be able to play to that, and he'll be able to be disruptive. But if we can keep him off balance by showing him a lot of different looks, then we can neutralize a guy like him.
Absolutely. A couple influence blocks, hit him with a trap, hit a man from the side. I'm not opposed to blocking him when he can't see who's coming at him. And a great job that has been done by you and the organization, Jason, and all the coaches about building an offensive line that can allow for those things and control even a a defense like the Detroit Lions. Let's talk the passing game. Dez Bryant, do you double him? Are you going to play man up? I think this is Cole Beasley's coming along, maybe sneaking an Escobar every now and then. There are other receivers that can catch the ball, but this has to be a show that's led by Dez and Witten.
Yeah, Dez is the guy that sets our passing game up, and if they happen to be giving us a lot of single coverage, Tony will wear that thing out all day long. I expect to see a lot of roll coverage to him, and maybe there's going to buzz a linebacker out to undercut him a little bit. So if they're paying more attention to him, just like you said, it'll open up the other guys. Terrence should have a good day. Witten will have a good day. Get the 3 wide receiver set and let Beasley, do his work inside. So however they want to do it, if they're paying too much attention to Dez, then they're taking that extra guy out of the box as well, and then that should open up the running game. So it's a little bit of the same problem our defense has defending them. They got a lot of weapons. You can't double everybody. You can't put extra guys in the box and expect to cover Megatron one-on-one. Same deal for them. They can't put 8 guys in the box to take away DeMarco and expect that their corner is going to cover Dez all day long. So it's going to be a little bit of a chess match. One play, they're going to have the extra guy in the box, and we got to kill him on the outside. The next play, they may roll to Dez, so then we got to check to the right run or get it past to Witten. So it's going to be a chess match throughout the game, and hopefully, we get the right plays called and we execute.
I certainly appreciate it. He is our Cowboys Insider, former Super Bowl champ with the Dallas Cowboys and director of pro personnel